in all of history, in all of history, there have been many things that have happened that people just can't explain. But when it comes to me, when I was a child, you can explain them. And it makes perfect sense. Because what has happened to me when I was a kid, well, it's written in the history books. The ancient history books. How incredibly, historically significant that my life turned out to be. Not just a kid from the 80s, but a kid who traveled in time with the people who he was with off of a 50-mile hike in Mendocino County, California back in the early 80s. Turned out to be something of great historical value and of great historical significance. And I will never lie about these things that have happened to me because they are of great historical significance. I was in a church, and I'll never lie about this. I was recorded in a church in the 14th century. In Romania. And the people of the church recorded me in Romania. To lie about being inside of a church in the 14th century is to lie about being inside of a church is a great sin. And I'm well aware of this. I was a time traveler. This is me inside of a UFO. With the other people who I was with and people from another world. This is the church in Romania. It was recorded by the people in the church and by the people outside of the church. A lot of people recorded me. I'm the little boy. I'm the little boy who spent the night in the church, who was scared, who was drinking water out of the thing they baptize you in. And I'll never lie about this. And if anybody has anything other than to say that I am a liar, that I'm not telling the truth, that I don't know what I'm talking about, that I am on drugs or I'm a drunk, those people, I will look at them and they are sacrilegious. I will never lie about being inside of a church, or I will never lie about driving the craft all through history. It is of great historical value, great historical significance. I was just a little kid, you know. I was pushing buttons, sitting inside of a craft that people, well, in the 80s, in the 1980s, if you spoke of a UFO, you were considered a crazy person. Well, are you going to tell a little kid who drove a UFO, who was recorded in Romania, inside of the church, a crazy person? And you're going to tell the people of the church that they were crazy? Because I was running around inside of the church. I drank water out of the thing that baptized you in, and I even slept in the church overnight. And I crossed a very long bridge to go back onto the craft in the morning and to travel in time some more. The things that have happened to me, I can make the history books be rewritten. Because I know about heaven too. I also died before my physical childbirth. I know a great deal about heaven. I have pictures of myself in heaven. People don't know. People don't understand what heaven is, or what happens to you when you die and you go to the next life. But I do. I have real pictures, and I also have pictures of me standing in front of people who were pure evil. Because I know people refuse to listen to me all the time. They pay me no respect. They call me many bad names, and it does anger me. And if those people were in front of me, I'd bash their face in. Because I have a very bad temper. I have a very bad temper. I don't lie. Number one, I don't lie about this. I tell the truth. I tell the truth as best as I can, and I show the proof of it. Because this is extraterrestrial related. This has time travel related. This is me dying before I was physically born because of time travel, not a past life experience, not an incarnation. I found out so much. And people to say anything negative to me, or any sacrilegious, they would dare say negative things towards me. I've also helped carry the Ark of the Covenant from an underground city that is located in the Grand Canyon before the Great Flooding of Earth. I helped carry the Ark of the Covenant. I'll never lie about that either. All of humanity today can't say that they have actually carried the Ark of the Covenant, but I can. And the other boy hiker that I was with, he can also say that, because he helped carry it too with me. I had a rope tied around my foot. Such great historical significance, such of great historical importance, and no one does a damn thing to do anything to help me get the news and the good word about these things out. All they want to do is just say something negative, or just say something. And here I am, the person who has done these things. You can't tell me anything that I already know. To me, if you were to tell me something, to read a book, it would just be a waste of my time, because I predate your books. I predate pencils and paper. I predate words. I predate the spoken language. I've been taken back many millions of years, and I helped create humanity also. I've been here for such a very long time. Today's history books, they're wrong about a great deal of many things. But people won't listen to me. I'm still considered a crazy person. But when they find out that I'm not crazy, that I'm actually telling the truth about these things, it changes everything. It changes everything that you ever thought you knew. And you're learning this from a little kid who's experienced this. And that's me. I'm just grown up now. I came from this time period. I miss the little girl hiker that I was with, and the lady staff member, and the other boy hikers, and the men's staff members, and all of my elders who helped me, and all the good elders in heaven, and the people at the church who I once visited a very, very long time ago. I was just a little kid. Just a little kid. pictures that I have are priceless. They're priceless. I've been doing things for longer than all of you have been in existence. I've learned so much in my short little life. Einstein once said, with recognition comes great success. And I understand that. But I'm not getting any recognition for all this. All that I've been through, all that I've recorded and documented. How would you feel if you were a time traveler and you got to drive an extraterrestrial technology that everybody calls today a UFO, and you got to spend a great deal of your life with people from another world, and you're actually recorded on rocks that people call today petroglyphs, and you got pictures of yourself in heaven too, and you helped create humanity? How would you feel when everybody just tries to belittle you and smash on you, and everybody says, well, I looked at your so-called proof and truth and I really don't see anything, and that's because they haven't taken years or talked to me in person and came over my house to actually understand, really do research, real research. All they spend is 5 minutes. Oh, I can't see nothing. You're crazy. This and that and the other thing. You can go ahead on believing what you just said to me. And then the years to come, after I'm long gone, and people are looking for the truth of things, you'll see a little kid crying, and his older self screaming it out each and every single day on what you people call social media, just to hear people say bad things towards you. It hurts. You don't even know how that feels. And to hear all these scientists say that they discovered this and discovered that, and having me here, listening to them say that they discovered this and that. No, they didn't discover anything, because I've already did it first. But I have the real proof and the facts of it. I understand it. To me, it's a practical application with the things that I've been through in my life, because I'm a practical person, because I'm a living being. And I became so much more. Smarter than the people at NASA, smarter than the government, the secret government, smarter than the people at Area 51, smarter than any person who calls themselves a ufologist. I got to drive a UFO. I got to time travel. I'm recorded all through history. And a lot of things happened to me. And a lot of things happened to the other hikers that I was with. But no one seems to give a damn or help in any single way. All they want to do is say a couple of words or badmouth me. This shows me who humanity actually truly is today. Ignorant and stupid and just a lot of, bad people. I was just a good little kid. I was beaten, raped, killed, came back to life, traveled through time, walked through the deserts, helped create life, flying highly superior technology, understanding as I went along. And today, it seems like it's all for nothing. Because all I see is everybody destroying everything, acting stupid and crazy all the time, talking a lot of crap, not knowing anything. When people won't listen to someone who's been here for millions of years longer than they all have. That's crazy. That's stupid, isn't it? Not to listen to the person who's been here longer than all of you, who has the proof of everything. It's very sad. It's very sad for me. It's very sad for heaven. It's very sad for the extraterrestrials. And it's very sad for our Mother Earth and the future generations yet to come. I don't understand why everybody has got to be so stupid all the time. How do you expect to learn? How did you learn how to do math? You learned by a teacher. How did you learn how to speak and spell? By a teacher, someone who taught you. Well, here I am teaching you all this stuff, and people don't do anything. Makes me cry a lot of times, makes me aggravated, makes me angry, makes me happy, makes me sad, makes me laugh. To hear people speak of things that they have no comprehension of. And just knowing that a small group of people slipped through everybody's fingertips and found out the greatest truth about this world and about who come here and how humanity was created. All this important stuff. You know, people make millions of dollars off of information. I'm very poor. Someone helps me buy food so I can have food. She's a good lady. She's my bestest friend. She's the only one that gives a damn about me. Or helps me. She knows. Because when she comes in here, it's kind of hard not to know. And understand. And truly see. And then when I speak of it, it's pure the gospel of